That is so cool. Uh-oh, the arm's having some issues. It's only got it really hooked on. This is like one of those stuffed animals. You just got it kind of by the ear. You're not sure if you're actually going to be able to take it over. And watch it actually power the pistons. It does opposite on each side. That's actually really clever. Let's hit it again. I'm trying to get it to rock forward. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that is definitely smoother. Wow, that's impressive. How's it going to load it up, though? The last time I did this, I dropped the box. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today we are back with some viewer creations. We've actually got some really cool stuff here today. I'm really excited for today's episode. We've got everything from a piston steam train, we have a piston driving buggy, we have an absolutely mind-blowing sky crane, and we have one creation that we looked at last viewer creations episode, but I made a big boo-boo, and I do owe somebody an apology about that, so we're also going to check that out too. But anyways, folks, remember the links for all the workshops are down in the description if you want to check anything out that you see here today. You can always just go down there and do that. And if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, maybe leave this video a thumbs up, it helps out my channel, and let's jump right into these creations. Oh boy, this is like the hardest decision ever. There's a lot of cool stuff here. There's the steam train, there is the buggy with the piston powered steering, which is actually really epic. There is the little factory, and here is this thing. This is probably what we're gonna cover first here. Now, this is a sky crane. If you're wondering what a sky crane is, this platform can actually hover. It's really super stable. It's got a piston claw that actually can reach down and grab certain objects. This is really kind of mind-blowing to me, and just check out this spider web here. That is a nightmare, like really. How do you even keep track with what you're connecting anymore? I mean, there's a point in time where you just kind of go insane and you're just like, alright, I give up. But yeah, this thing is really epic. It's made by, let me pull up the creator's name here. He's on my friends list, but I always get his name wrong for some reason. Let's see, he is right here. His name is RickZ9019. It's always the number at the end that I get wrong. He is a really awesome creator. He's got a really cool workshop. He's into a lot of hover things, and we've covered him before. I think it was a hover yacht that we checked out once. It was really, really awesome. So yeah, this is a creation that can basically pick up, I would say, morely lighter vehicles. It is, or it can be a little bit tricky to use. I'm pretty sure he's a master at using this thing. But anyways, it's got the controls here. It is WASD controlled. There's ways to lift and lower the platform here. You've got some of the crane grabber. I mean, there's really a lot of controls. Wow. And there's also a complete opposite mode. Looks like 9 switches it to the crane mode, and then you can go back with the hotkeys again and try to work it from there. This is going to take a bit to learn. I was playing around with it just a bit, trying to learn it, but this might be a bit messy. So anyways, let's get something in position and we'll get ready to use this bad boy. Okay, so we are ready to operate this sky crane. Now, I did want to point out real quick, there is a gyroscope up there. That's one of the reasons this thing is so stable. As far as everything else that's going on, I really can't explain it. Now, we've got 5 chairs in here. You've got the main operator chair, and there's some additional chairs, I guess, for people to ride along here. So, anyways, we're going to hop into here. Now, I have practiced this just a bit, because the controls, they're not really complicated. There's just a lot of them. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and start this thing up. So, to go up, you want to hit the 3 key. So, we're going to start to climb here. The 2 key, that's like these little piston landing gears. We're going to go ahead and lift those up. That actually also closes the back door there. So, we're going to go up, and we're going to hit the 1 key. And the 1 key is like a neutral. It's going to kind of lock in your height. It'll drift a little bit, but let's go ahead and hit that real quick. There we go. And that locks us in. So at whatever height you want to be at, you can lock it in like that. So let's go a little further up. It's still in its locked in mode, so it's gonna drift a bit, and then it's gonna eventually just level off. And this thing is insanely stable. Like, that's almost ridiculous. So it does use WASD controls, so we're gonna try to lift that buggy down there. He's got a screenshot of him doing that on his workshop. So let's go ahead and try to make Rick proud here. We're gonna go forward just a bit. This is like one of those odd crane games. I like the little rigged toy ones. So actually it looks like A and D turn you around. There's actually the 5 and 6 key. It's kind of like a strafe, so if I were to hit 5, we're actually going to the left just a bit here. I'm kind of spamming that. And let's go forward just a bit. Okay, so we're kind of, I feel like we're pretty close to being over this. So yeah, you've got additional keys here. I think your 4 key will lower you. You don't want to hit the 1 key again because that turns off that that constant leveled off altitude, and that can really screw with things if you try to adjust that. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and try. I believe the 7 key closes the claw. The 8 key will expand the claw. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, how do you lower the claw? Well, he's got another mode here, and I don't think I've ever really seen this done in Scrap Mechanic. If you hit the 9 key, it switches the controls. I believe your 3 through your 6 or 3 through 5 now control the crane differently. So if we were to hit 9 here, we are switched into another mode. You actually saw down, I'll kind of zoom in here, there's a logic gate that switches on, so I'm assuming that's changing the modes over. So we've got that, and we're going to hit, let's try some of these buttons out real quick. Okay, looks like the 4 key extends the pistons out that way. Okay, what's the 5 key do? Oh, this thing can actually rotate. That's cool. Let's go 3 key. Is that lowering? Oh, there we go. Oh, the game is kind of freaking out just a bit. Okay, so that's fully extended. I imagine if you had the modded pistons, this would be pretty cool too, because you can go to like extreme amounts here. So, I think we need to lower ourselves a bit. So let's go ahead and switch out of the crane mode, and let's see if we can just kind of gently let ourselves down a bit. And we'll get in position, and we'll try to lift up this dune buggy. Alright, we're getting close. This is a little nerve-wracking. Okay, come on. Alright, we need to go down just a bit here. Trying to see, it's got a little bit of play as far as when you go up and down. It goes a little further than you need it to sometimes. So let's do that. We're going to back up a bit. I was never very good at some of these claw games, but we're going to try to get good today. Alright, let's do this. Let's go over. Use the 6 key. Alright, we're probably about where we need to be there. Let's go forward just a bit. Kind of curious how the game's going to be able to handle this. I'm not sure I need these claws extended out the way I do. Let's go ahead. No, let's go ahead and put those back in. Okay, so let's go down. I'm going to try to grab one of those railings. I'm kind of curious if this thing tips something. Does it throw it off? Oh, there's some lag here. Okay, Scrap Mechanic doesn't like what we're doing here, folks, so it's going to get a bit laggy. I think I'm there. I think I can grab this now. So, oh boy, I'm a little afraid to do it, but we're going to do it. Nope, I missed it. Oh, I'm not good at these games. Okay, come on. Let's go down just a bit. There we go. I think we'll grab it this time. All right, here we go. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on. Oh, it's got it. Oh, don't follow me. Don't follow me. Let it stabilize. And let's go to the moon. That is so cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the arms having some issues. It's only got it really hooked on. This is like one of those stuffed animals. You just got it kind of by the ear. You're not sure if you're actually going to be able to take it over. This is working. This is working. This is insane. Oh, this is so cool. I feel like we can almost use this in the underwater base somehow. This is probably one of the best things I've ever seen in Scrap Mechanic. So, now we've got our vehicle in hand here, or in claw, and we're ready to go. Let's just go ahead and take off. There we go. And we are now using a sky crane. I don't think I've ever seen this in Scrap Mechanic. This is so cool. It's leaned forward a bit, but the gyroscope's leaning back, so it's stabilizing it. That is so awesome. So I guess when we're ready to go, if we drop it from up here, what happens? Let's see. Let's go ahead and hit that. See if we can get this thing unhooked here. Come on. Come on. You know you want to go. Unhook. You're dragging me down. You're dragging me down. Here it goes. Ah, it's trying to unhook. Okay, we need to give it some gas here. Yeah, it's kind of got the piston fully extended. I'm actually not extending that out. I think it's the weight. So let's see if we can just lower this thing and unhook from it. There we go. Let's go ahead and Let's try to maybe turn here, maybe back off. Come on. Actually, let's go here to the left. Let's see if we can unhook. Unhook. There it goes. We are unhooked. Let's go back up, and our lag. It's officially over. That is so cool. I definitely want to thank Rick for letting me show this on the channel. He's got another surprise for us, and we'll be seeing it very, very soon. So anyways, thanks to him. If you want to check out his workshop, it is down in the description. And I think it is time to go check out the next creation here in Scrap Mechanic Viewer Creations. Man, look at that thing. It's so awesome. Man, I'm so pumped up about that sky crane. I don't know, it's like it almost gets your adrenaline going for some reason. But anyways, it's time to move on to the next creation. We have a piston buggy, and look at that. That is a absolute mess of bearings. I think I know what's going on here though. So this was made by, I think it's supposed to say like Radeon. It's just kind of, it looks weird, and he's got blue text on this. So this was made out of boredom. It's a piston powered steering and suspension. He tagged everybody in it. So he tagged like Con, me, Scrapman, Moonbow, Diesel, some other people. So I think he just wanted to show this off to somebody. And this is the first time I've seen, oh actually I want to take that back. Moonbow just made a piston steering the other day. But that was the first time I've seen it, and this is the second creation that I've seen with it. You know, we've always had these piston-powered things, but we've never seen a piston-powered suspension. We've always just had drive. So, kind of curious as to how this works. That is madness when it comes to bearings. But this is intriguing, because you're seeing a bunch of free bearings. The blue bearings are all free. They're not connected to controllers like the other ones. And it looks like these pistons are almost set up to where they're pulling out a little bit, and it's keeping this suspension rigid. So, how does this thing drive? Let's just get on it here. Okay, there it goes. Smooth. Oh, okay, that is working just like I thought it was going to. So, it looks like he's using a AD converter. So, you see the sensor there on the side. When I hit the A key, the sensor, it'll cover one or the other sensor up, and I don't know really exactly what he's doing. The logic gates, looks like there's a, possibly it's an XOR gate, I believe. That actually might not be, I need to check that out. You can swap that, so A and D will cover one or the other sensor up, and watch it actually power the pistons. It does opposite on each side. That's actually really clever. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's just try to test this vehicle out, kind of see what it's got. Alright, we're doing a little bit of a test of speed here. See just how this thing gets going. Oh, this is pretty fast. He's got those gas engines set up pretty far. It's only using a cement block, so it's not particularly a heavy vehicle. I'm kind of curious as to how this would change with the different with the different materials. Say wood's going to be really light, or even metal with this thing being really heavy. It's going to, of course, adjust the handling, but as far as suspension, it just seems like everything's pretty stable. It's just not moving or not giving much. And would that be because of this controller here? I'm actually kind of afraid to unhook something, but we're going to do this for the sake of science. Let's go ahead and unhook this here and unhook this here. Oh, suspension just got sad. So yeah, that was holding the suspension up. What happens when I do this now? Actually looks like we're dragging the front. Hey, the suspension moves a bit. I'm not sure that's really the intended result. Oh, the suspension actually kind of dances around. That actually isn't too bad, to be honest with you. It's kind of giving a little bit more in the front. Yeah, that's quite neat, actually. I don't know if unhooking the backs would be good. I think you want to have one side of the suspension rigid. That way, I guess morely you can get the power down without the whole thing collapsing to the ground. So, that is cool. I definitely want to thank him for sending that to me. I can play with something like this all day, and oh, I think I broke it. No, I broke it. I broke the toy. Dang it, this always happens in Scrap Mechanic. I'm tired of breaking stuff. Whoa, what happened there? You know, this is one of the weird things about the piston. A lot of people don't know this. The piston, the little bar in here, that has no collision to it. So you can send stuff through it, or you can put it on like a bearing and have it, the piston swing within itself. And I think that's what just happened. So the bearings were able to turn. Yeah, you can see it's warped into the wheel there. So we have broken the car. Does it just reset? There it goes. That is cool. I kind of actually, I don't know if I want them to fix that or not. I don't know if I want the piston arms to have any collisions. I have to think about that a bit. I'm not really sure. But anyways, like I was saying, thanks to him for sending this awesome creation in. And let's go check out the next one. Alright, so for the next creation here, this is actually really cool. Now, this is a modification. I don't mind showing these as long as the original creator is listed and what she's done it here. This originally was driven by a motor, and I've seen quite a few trains like this. It's motor driven, you can of course see the wheels, but it's been modified with the new pistons to actually drive off of those. And I've seen a couple of these on the workshop, and I've been kind of wanting to do one of these, but I've been really busy with the underwater base. It's been suggested many times. This is originally by C. Ford Cybershot, so I'm going to link his workshop in the description, but it's been modified by Bro, I can't even say that right. I'm not even going to attempt to say that right. It looks like a dinosaur name. It's Brocolotos or Lotos? I don't know. Anyways, he has modified and put a piston arm on here to drive it off of, which is pretty cool. So we're going to check this thing out here. Looks like there might be some suspension glitches in the top. Actually, there's 3 of them. That's quite mighty. So this thing is powered by pistons, of course. We're going to hit the 1 key. And with a lot of things that you have with pistons, it takes a little bit of rocking to get these things to go forward. You can see the big piston arm along the side. So most likely that piston's going to kick on. It's on a bearing to give it some actual give, so it looks like it'll probably go down a bit. And it'll push off and try to go backwards, and we've got to rock it to make it go forward. That's a common issue with a lot of piston cars, including the ones that we built in Multiplayer Monday. So you can see it here. It's actually quite creative looking. I love the way this thing looks. It's all vanilla parts here. You can see he's used the tanks on the inside. That looks like the original creator. I don't know if this thing's been repainted, but it's actually got a nice paint scheme on it too. So yeah, he's using the tanks. It's made out of wood. It's quite lightweight. Looks like we have even more suspension glitches up here in the front. So what's that? A total of 5? That's impressive. So yeah, you've got that. You've got the little coal backing on here. So it's kind of climb up into that here too. That's neat. I like trains in Scrap Mechanic. We're going to be building a train soon in the underwater base, and I think you guys are really going to dig it. It's not going to be a steam train, though, or a piston-powered train. So, anyways, let's go ahead and try this thing out. We're going to hit the 1 key, and we're going to rock it. Let's hit it again. I'm trying to get it to rock forward. There we go. Look at that. It's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. It seems like it's hanging up a bit. It's actually lagging a little bit. This is one of the bigger piston engines that I've seen on, or piston, when I say engine, train engine, that I've seen on the workshop. There's a couple of them out there, and I haven't really tried the other one, so I can't really say how those things work. I want to say, is the arm hitting the ground? No, it's not. It's not hitting the ground at all. I'm kind of curious if we were to put like a high-powered piston on this to make it go a little bit faster. I might actually speed this thing up, but yeah. It's just the basic way this thing works. It works like every other piston-powered vehicle. It's just neat seeing it on a creation of this size. Now, I don't think we're going to be getting up any hills here. We need to turn. I think you could very well actually put this on a track. The way these wheels are, there's a gap in here, and we can actually make a track and try to let this thing go. It is a bit long, so I'm not really sure it's going to work. Actually, we're stuck here. I'm going to play with the piston here. See what happens. So yeah, this is actually a really long creation, and I don't know if that's going to work that great with the track. These are all on controllers here. Let's see what speed those are at. So let's see if we can speed those up. Maybe try to give this thing a little bit more steam. Oh, those are actually at the fastest. That's actually kind of amazing. Could just be how long the bar is. What's the engine for? Actually, that's probably the original engine. Yeah. So let's go ahead and hit that again. Let's try to rock it here. Kind of seems like we might need a little bit of a downhill area to get this thing really up to full steam. You know, I'm gonna stop with the puns here. This is actually kind of annoying. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of stuck here. It takes a little bit for this thing to get rocking, but let's go ahead and put that up on the lift. That's really neat. Thanks for sending that over, and let's go move on to the final creation, which we got to talk about it for a second. Alright, so the final creation. Now, of course, this looks familiar. This is, if you watched the last episode, you know what this is. This is like an automated box storage. Now, this one's actually quite a bit different from the last one. This is the final, I think, revised version of it. But there was a problem last episode, and as the last creation, I do not mind if you guys revise or modify a creation on the workshop. as long as you credit the original creator and, you know, show them some love. That way I know who's actually really responsible for creating it. Because sometimes modifications are really good in the workshop. I've seen some people able to work or completely change it or make it work better. But this is made by GERMA. This is the original creator of this automated storage. This was the person, I had to switch in the description on the last episode. And I'm a little disappointed when somebody takes something and doesn't credit the original creator at all and just kind of claims it. So I did check, I went and did some more research. This was posted before the last one I showed, so this is definitely the original one. So I do want to apologize for him, or to him, and I'm not holding anything against the last person that sent it to me. Maybe it was just completely unintentional, but you know, if you're going to modify something, please let me know that the original creator, or know of the original creator, that way we can give them credit too. So anyways, this is the automated storage version 2.0, or version 2, and this, I'm assuming I actually know how to work this thing. This is a bit different looking. It looks like it's got a new interface here. It still looks quite complicated. The spider web is still an absolute nightmare. He's got a little truck on here too. He said don't really mess with this truck because it's really laggy, but it looks like it fits the boxes in there. So what we're gonna do here, actually, do we have to do that? We used to have to break blocks. Maybe I should be reading the description here. Let's go ahead and look under here. I don't see any blocks to break. Alright, here we go. I found the blocks that we need to break. So, something is making an absolutely horrendous noise. What is that? I don't know what that is, but anyways, let's go and break these blocks. It's gonna loosen these up. Curious to see if this one works better than the other one. It is a version 2. Something sounds like it's actually firing at me. It's something to do with this door. Let's go ahead and close that. It's kind of loud. Okay, so anyways, this is automated storage. You can see the storage containers, they're loaded up down here, so it's the representing the 3 lights down here. I believe this is where you're intending on it going. Let's go ahead and activate this real quick. I think that's the on switch. So I believe we're gonna hit this here. Oh, that's cool. So you see it's gonna actually move the arm over. So we've got our loose box there, and you can see the arms extending out. Actually, kind of get a better view. Kind of need something high up. There you go. So yeah, you can see it's grabbing the box out. Oh, this is actually quite a bit smoother than the last one. That's impressive. So, alright, say we want to stick that box. Let's go up over in the top right corner. We're going to go ahead and hit that real quick. Oh, that is definitely smoother. Wow, that's impressive. How's it going to load it up though? The last time I did this, I dropped the box. Fits like a glove. That's so impressive. I love watching factory stuff. I mentioned it before. It's just something that's really cool to look at. So, let's go and grab another one. Let's go down. Oh, that thing's pulsing a little bit faster. Is this like a manual button? Or last time I believe this button might have been the, it might be the return home button. Kind of want to click the button. I get tempted by buttons. So anyways, it's grabbing the other box. Let's go ahead and stack this one. Let's go ahead and go to the top over to the left here with this one. So, there it goes. Yeah, it does it in a much smoother motion this time. I think it used to move all the way over, then go up, but it seems like it does everything at once now. There it goes. It's going to load that up in the back there. Sweet. And let's go ahead. Where do we have another box at? We have one in the middle, so let's go ahead and go down and grab that. I'm about to press that button because it's letting off an alarm and I kind of want to hit it. So, there we go. And we're going to stack this one up at the top over here. So it's going to grab it, give it time. I'm still thinking about this being like some sort of factory thing in the underwater base. I think that would be actually kind of cool. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and tell this bad boy to go up over here. And we've now moved all of the boxes up to the top. Definitely awesome. Okay, this button's been it's chirping at me. So, what does this button do? Oh, does it go back? Alright, so that's telling it to go back where it is to grab. Okay. What's the switch do? Does that just turn off the alarm? Oh, that's a silence for the alarm. Cool. Alright, so say if you're in the same position, you want to grab the box again, you just hit that one more time. Let's go ahead and drop this down. And I'm assuming this button right here actually just returns it home. So it's going to lower the box down, slide it to the back. And then after it's done doing that, let it set it down. Surprisingly, we're not getting much lag off that. That's cool. There was a little bit of lag initially, but I don't know, it's kind of like it's okay now. So yeah, we're going to hit that, and it's going to return into its position. So you can see where the boxes are. That is definitely neat. I want to thank Mr. GERM8. Definitely go check out his workshop. He's got a couple cool creations like this. He's got the original version of this, I know, and then, of course, we're checking out the 2.0. So I definitely want to thank him for sending this over, letting me know. Like I said, no hard feelings to the last guy. You know, maybe it was completely mistaken. But if you're going to modify a creation or do anything like that, please send me the original one. Show me the original creator. That way, everybody gets credit. But anyways, folks, that is going to wrap up today's episode of Viewer Creations. We will be returning with another underwater base episode really soon. Got some really, really awesome things to show you guys. Might have a big sub coming up, so definitely tune in for that. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support recently. If you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel. If you want to send anything to the channel, I will once again flash my information up on screen. I accept all sorts of viewer creations, worlds, whatever you want to send me. But anyways, folks, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you guys next time in Scrap Mechanic. Thank you.